Shalom. Kohala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the 144,000, the elect of the nation of Israel that's teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying you straight to the point. Yeah, keep your minds girded about with truth. You see, and stay away from the philosophies and the doctrines that's pushed here in America, Babylon the Great, which is all an effort to destroy you, man, and to keep you away from the frequency of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You see, because the world is pretty much dancing to the beat of the so-called white man, Esau Edom, and his frequency in itself is a very low vibration. You see, and it keeps you distance from the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. This is why through the precepts we get understanding and we hate the false ways that's promoted by the world, man, which is ultimately being promoted by the so-called white man, Esau Edom. He's saying the things that he promoting to you, it all leads to death, and it all pretty much starts with a doctrine. You see, and this is why you gird your mind with the ways of truth, with the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, because this is that path, that road to life. You see, real quick, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 104. He said, through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. You see, in which when you come into this truth, when you come into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, you develop a mentality to hate the world, man. You see, because the world is pretty much full of falsehood. You see, and through the precepts of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, you understand the ways of life, and you see the falsehood that's pretty much pushed throughout the four corners of the earth, and you start to develop a hatred for things, man. In which if you develop that spirit, you pretty much in the right spirit, because the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai himself hate the ways of the world, man. And if you have love for the world, then that means the love of the Father is not in you, because the things that the Lord detests, you have pretty much found a love for it, man. But the things that he love, you're gonna hate. You see, because the things that the world love is pretty much an abomination in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. But the things that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai love is an abomination in the eyes of the world, man. You see? So this is why we hate every false way, because through the precepts of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, we get understanding. And the world is pretty much full of falsehood, man. This is why you can't be carried by every winds of doctrine that's taught here in this world. You see, ultimately here in Babylon, the great America, because it'll ultimately destroy you. Real quick, it's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, and verse 13. He said, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober, you see, be under one doctrine. You see, in that doctrine, it's the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You see the things that's found within the scriptures. He said, hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. In which, this is a hope which the world don't have, nor can they receive it. You see, because the world can't receive the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Tell you that in the book of John, the 14th chapter, that the world can't receive them because they see it them not. And it all goes back to the doctrine that they subscribe to. You see, when you subscribe to the ways of the world, you will have a hatred for Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai tell you that if the world hated you, know that it hated me first. And this is why the Lord is ultimately coming back to destroy the world, because the world is not in harmony with his will. You see? And you don't want to be carried away with the doctrines of the world. That's why you want your mind girded about with truth, with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, which this wisdom is ultimately going to lead you to life, man. Real quick, this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 14. He said that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine. You see, in which you don't want to be in that spirit, man. Believe in everything, and everybody say whatever wisdom come across you. you pretty much cleave to it and you follow behind it. You don't want to be in that spirit. You want to be in the spirit of searching everything out, man. You know, you don't want to be tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine, in which that's what you have here in Babylon the Great, even when you consider the season you living in now, which is this holiday season, man, which is a very heavily demonic and deceptive spirit, you know, dealing with this season. You know, we had those heavy jealousy and envious spirits jumping on and off people. You know, people mad and holding grudges because they didn't receive a gift. You know, that's the spirit of the world. You see that, and then also Christmas is also a doctrine, man. You know that the world subscribe to. You see, he said by the slightest of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, in which that's the spirit of the world. They come with many different philosophies and doctrine, other to deceive you and snare you from the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. You see, the things that were set up here in America was all an effort to keep you from the frequency of the Lord and to keep you in that frequency of Esau Edom, you know, which is complete folly, you know, and just fucking being a kid, man. All these holidays was set up, you know, that's why a nigga always tell you it's for the kids, man. But they the ones that's heavily indulged in it, you know. He say, but speaking the truth and love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even a Mashiach, you see, speaking the truth and love, in which that's the spirit that you want, man. That's the spirit that you want to be girded up in, that spirit of truth, you know. And real quick, to get a comparison on that, I'm gonna go here, Salaki. Let me see, because I want to get in NLT. Yep, it's the Ephesians 4 and verse 14 in the let's see real quick. In the NLT, it says, then we will no longer be immature like children. We won't be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. We will not be influenced when people try to trick us with lies so clever they sound like the truth. You see, and that's the ways of the world, man. You know, because they come with all these different forms of philosophies and doctrines, you know, even considering these holidays again, man. You know, not only Christmas, but Thanksgiving and New Year's. You see, they tell you that Thanksgiving is a season that you give thanks, that you come together as a family. You gather around in a circle and you tell the things that you're thankful for, when ultimately it all goes back to genocide, man. You know, New Year, they tell you New Year's is at January 1st in the dead of the winter. When ultimately New Year's is when all things start to grow back, man. When all things is new. You see, and that's pretty much in the beginning of spring. You see, at the end of the winter. But America is full of falsehood, man. You know? And this is why we don't cleave to the ways of this world, because ultimately cleaving to the mannerism and reason of an American, it'll do nothing but destroy you mentally, man, and spiritually and physically. Because ultimately, those who follow after the ways of the world is going to morph into physical dead corpse, man. Because ultimately, they're going to be burning in those in that nuclear fire. Because even the Quran, man, in itself is a form of doctrine. Because it's going to come as a false flag of salvation. You know, it's going to be a way for you to get your convenience and comfort back. You know, but that's not going to be the way to deliver you from the destruction that's going to come behind receiving that chip, man. You know, but this is why you're girded about with truth. You hold fast to the words of Yahweh Shema Shah, so you're not carried about with every wind of doctrine. Tells you about the wiles of the devil. You know, as a matter of fact, let me grab that. That's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and verse 11. He say, put on, therefore, it's like it, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You see, you go into that word wiles. You know, it goes back into cunning, art, deceit, craft, Trickery, yeah, Strong's G3180, goes into trickery, man. Pretty much snaring you from the path of your how about Shema Shai, in which this is where your salvation lie, man. You growing in the words of the Lord, man. This is the doctrine to be cleaving to. This is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to cleave to him in his lifetime. Because pretty much anything outside of this will lead you to death. This is the only thing that pretty much makes sense concerning the things that's taking place here in this society. And ultimately, that's taking place upon the planet Earth. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You see, because everything is strategically set up to come against you spiritually and physically, man, to ultimately keep you from the frequency of your how by Shema Shai, to keep you on this very low frequency and the mindset, mannerism, and reasoning of an American, which is ultimately going to lead to you being destroyed by your how by Shema Shai. You see, he said, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. Yeah, because that evil day, when the famine of the word come, you see, when the lights cut off, when all hell is breaking loose, at the time of Jacob's trouble. And like Apostle Taha often say, you're not going to need to watch a video to know that you're living in Jacob's trouble. You're going to know, man. You see? And you want to have this armor. You want to have the words of your how about Shema Shai. You want to have your mind girded about with the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord when you enter into these evil times, because this is going to be the only thing that's going to be able to keep you stable. You see? He says, stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, you see, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. You see, because Esau Edom is going to come with many different snares and trickery to pretty much snare you off the path, man. But hey, this is why the Lord sent forth this word early. This is why he tell you to seek him early, so you can gather up as much as you can get to be able to withstand in these evil times. You see, verse 17, he's saying, take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Because ultimately, this is how you're going to fight certain battles, man, through the precepts. You see, without the precepts, you pretty much fucked, man. He said praying always, see, and that's a part of it, praying always with all prayer and supplications in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplications for all saints. You see, and watching. You see, staying on your watch, man, occupied in prophecies, not occupied in distractions, man. Because all this shit that's going on here in the earth concerning these holidays and these deals and sales and shit is all distractions, man. Movies and sitcoms and celebrity, all this celebrity shit going on is nothing more than distractions to distract you from what's really taking place, man. But that spirit of truth, being girded about with truth, keeps you on edge, man. You see? Because you're going to be more concerned about what this nigga doing rather than what the fuck Moneybag your honeycomb braids or finesse two-time got going on and shit, man. That shit is fucking irrelevant, man. It's something bigger going on, you see, and this is why you want your mind girded about with truth, so you don't be snared with the philosophies and doctrines that's being pushed in Babylon the Great. But with that, I praise you was edified, giving all the glory and praise to Yahweh by Shema Shai, by Shem Rahakwadash, Loins in this video. Shalom.